It's like Alien versus Predator right now in my mouth. Hey guys, and welcome into the Roxy Report. Okay, so today I wanted to do a storytime video. To get me back in the swing of doing videos, I want to say humongous thank you to everyone that commented on my boyfriend breaking up video. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and I cannot thank you enough for the amazing support you guys gave. So today I wanted to do a storytime video. I wanted to do my first kiss. And I'm going to do a series of these videos because I really find them interesting. I was looking on YouTube at all these different storytime videos to get ideas for what I could talk about. And my first kiss, I have two. Now, don't judge me, okay? Because these are terrible. These are not terrible stories, but they're awful, and I'm an awful person in both. So, first, we take you back to the early years of 2004. I was, hang on, 13. Yeah, 13. Wow, that took me way too long. So I was 13 years old, and I lived in Bath. You've got to be quite surprised, though. This is my first proper kiss. I don't mean just kind of a little peck on the cheek or a little peck on the lips. I mean a full-on kiss. So next door to us lived this girl who, I think was a bit stalkery. That's the best way I can describe this girl. She lived next door, right? And she would come round to my house, and we had like this back, like, garden area, and these like giant windows, so you could like get around the back of our house because we had like this little side alley. So she used to come round the side alley and just be staring through the same room windows, like ultra creepy, right? So I don't know why this happened, but we ended up hanging out with her. Me and my stepbrother. So I was out. I remember that the story starts. I was outside. I was shooting some army men with a BB gun because, as a 13-year-old, that's what you do. So there I was, and she brought her cousin round, and her cousin, wow, her cousin was so hot, and I was just like, okay, her cousin is really hot. I prefer her cousin. Is that bad? I was like, okay, so I was kind of hitting on her cousin, and that's fair enough. That's the kind of stuff that you do. And I was like, oh, hey, and then of course this girl, I can't remember her name. No, I do remember her name, and I don't want to say it just in case she is watching this. Let's just say her name is Wanielle. That rhymes. So she ends up taking me round the back of our house, of this little tiny bungalow I was living in, around the little alleyway, and she pushes me against the wall. I'm not kidding, she was strong, okay? She slams me against this wall, right? You gotta remember, I'm 13 at the time. I'm a nerd, I have no clue what's going on. I'm just gonna stood there against this wall, and she, like, goes in for the kill, okay? Now, it's scary, I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried, it was bad. she just, like, tongues and all, just this mouth, all over the place, everything everywhere. It was, she ate my face. Let's put that into kind of clarity. She ate my face. There's no doubt about it. In my 13-year-old brain, I was thinking, oh my god, is this what the rest of my life's gonna be like? Is this what the kind of over-hyped kissing and sex is gonna be like? Is this gonna be like you're just being eaten? I was at college at the time, and this girl called Bosie. It rhymes with that. God, it's so hard to tell what her actual name is. Yeah, Bosie and me were very into each other. Although she never really told me that she liked her. I found out because her friend told me, because I was terrible at judging if people actually liked me or not. So Bosie used to like come around behind me and just like smack me in the back of the head. Okay, now apparently that was her way of flirting with me. To me, I hated her because it was annoying. Until, of course, I found out that she actually liked me, and then I put two and two together. I was like, oh, that's what that means. So, around the back of our college was a cemetery. You see, this story's going downhill quite quickly. So, there was a full-on graveyard around the back of our college. Joyful. So, this is the first time we started dating, okay? And she was like, hey, we should go somewhere. I was like, yeah, okay. Now you gotta remember, I'm playing up the cool guy at the time, so I was like, yeah, sure, alright. I know where the cool kids do it. So we didn't have like an overlook over a nice city skyline or anything. No, we were idiots. So I was like, hey, what about this graveyard? This is where all the stoners hang out, because all the stoners used to hang out there. It was the highlight of the day. So we went around. This is after college. Right, the day after, we finished college and we kind of like ran. We ran to the cemetery. Okay. Now, we got to the cemetery. Now, this isn't a place that you would expect to get anything on. Let's be honest. So we get there and we go behind the church to be out of view from anyone who might judge us for the act that we are about to commit. So we get there and she's like, oh, I've been waiting so long for this, and I've been like, yes, the smell of dead people really turns me on. And I didn't say that. Okay. And then she's like, let's do this. I was like, yeah, alright. And then, by the way, this isn't sex. I just want to throw this out there. There'll be a separate video on that. This isn't sex. This is just kissing. But to us, it was the biggest event of our lives. Yeah, we were on the back of this cemetery, and she goes to kiss me, and at first it's just lips, and then for the first time in my life since the Wanny L incident, as I like to call it, since the Wanny L incident, she goes all tongue. Now, I don't know what's happening. You got to imagine that a tongue is a muscle. It just comes out of your face. It's like Alien. It's like Alien versus Predator right now in my mouth. So tongues are going in and out, wiggling all about, and I'm just like, well, hang on, what do I do here? Do I reciprocate the tonguing? So I'm like, which is of course terrible. You don't do that. Stop it. If you do that, you're doing it wrong. Learn from me, okay? So it felt so right and so wrong at the same time. I don't. It's not the romantic event that you think it's going to be. That's one thing I want to say here. Don't get your hopes up that this is going to be a romantic event, because it won't be. The first kiss that you have is going to be terrible. You're going to have to learn to accept it. You're going to learn how to accept the tongue. I'm so sorry for this video. Story time with Roxy. Hey, it's getting me to talk about different things, and I'm getting happy, and it's making me laugh. So that's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, that's me out. Bye, guys.